The dashing groom going out. Not that he's dashed anywhere for years, mind.
Are you talking about Ken? He's just nipped to the shop.
Gotten to buy a hook, has he?
Eh?
To replace the hand you bit off yesterday. From what I hear, he'd barely finished proposing and you were saying yes.
Hang on a minute. You've been on at us for years to get married. I thought you'd be pleased.
I would be if you'd done things the right way. Every girl knows you should keep a fella waiting for your answer. Let him stew.
Yeah, well, I'm not exactly a girl anymore, am I? And besides, I've kept Ken waiting quite long enough.
I doubt Wanda will agree. I don't know how I'm going to break the news. We're meeting up for a funeral later. At least she'll be wearing black.
She didn't stand a chance with Ken.
She didn't stand a chance with Clark Gable. Didn't stop her turning to drink when he passed on. She's not been the same since. Even now, she's only got to see a wingnut, and it sets her off. What do you think?
That it's a cloudy day in February. Why on earth?
They're for the funeral, to shroud me grief.
Yeah, to have a nose at what's going on, more like.
Are you going to give me your opinion? Only never tell myself. I mean, for one thing, I can't see properly. It's such a fine line between Jackie Onassis and Roy Orbison.
They look fine. Hello.
Oh, I say, there's now like young love. And that's now like it.
Mother, will you stop spitting poison? This is what you want, isn't it?
I want a new hip. Doesn't mean I've got to be thrilled about it. It's about being practical.
Also, it's us getting married. It makes everything so much less complicated, particularly on the financial front. It relieves me of quite a headache.
Oh?
Yeah, it's been a nightmare trying to make a will with Peter and Tracy to keep happy, not to mention Adam and Amy.
Oh, don't forget your Daniel.
And then, of course, there's Daniel. I mean, just imagine all the squabbling and resentment that's going to arise, however I divide it up.
What's that got to do with us getting married?
Well, in the absence of a will, which I have happily given up on, everything goes to you. So, nobody's got an axe to grind, and you can divide the money up how you see fit.
And they say romance is dead. I'm filling up here.
Hang on a minute. You tore up the will and then proposed, thinking you'd leave me to sort out the financial mess after you've gone.
No, it wasn't like that. You know very well why I want to marry you. I'm just pointing out the practical advantages. And as well as my estate, you'll have pension rights, and there'll be a bereavement allowance and a bereavement payment when I die.
Careful. She'll be smothering you on your honeymoon.
I can't believe I'm hearing this, Ken. You've got it all worked out down to the last penny. Well, I'm sorry to muck up your calculations, but I marry for love, not benefit entitlement. The wedding's off.
Lucky I never bought a hat. It's bad form not to shed a tear at a funeral, but with the likes of Teresa Jordan, nature needs a helping hand.
Who's she?
The not-so-dear departed, president of our whist drive. Tess the Trump, they called her. I don't know why. She were longer on sleeves than on talent, if you take me meaning.
No, I don't actually.
She had that many cards up there, and she did shuffle off this mortal coil. I hope they emptied her cardigan, else she'll take half the creme up with her.
You all right, Mum?
Oh, don't expect an answer from Contrary Mary. She changes her mind more often than her sheets. Not that that's saying much.
Grant, I don't think Mum wants to listen to this. Haven't you got that funeral to go to or something?
All right, I know when I'm not wanted. But I'll say this. Ken'll only go down on one knee so many times. In fact, if you leave it much longer, he won't be able to get up again without help. So think on.